Good morning, traders. Look at us. We're back again. It's the Peter and Megan show, the Megan and Peter show. It's the Meg. We need like a celebrity name for the show. We need
I agree.
P-Meg.
The P-Meg. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Tuesday morning.
Megter sounds better to me.
Megter.
Yeah, Megter. All right. G. Kevin in the room was asking, what was the track for the P Capital? I don't know, but it's funky, man. I want to show loyalty to our rock and jam for the pre-market show, but I do like the funk that comes in there with the Peak Capital trading music. So I don't know where we found it, but it's funking up the morning there. So hey, it just shows that there's something different going on at Peak Capital Trading. If you're interested in accelerating your trading journey, check it out. peakcapitaltrading.com. It's a cool program. It's pretty intense. Don't consider it if you're not really ready to commit, or you won't get your money's worth. But if you really want to sort of jump right in with both feet and get an intensive training program, like sort of starting school, consider it like a university level course. That's sort of what happens. A lot of self-driven stuff, but you really have to pay attention. You can get value. All right, enough salesy things. Let's talk about the markets, because my God, they've been a lot of fun. Markets have been giving us some fun, despite the fact there are really not a lot of economic drivers behind it. Yesterday, we really didn't have a lot of economic news. Today, frankly, not a lot of economic news here. We only have the two speeches by Bostic and Barr. And by the way, when I say things, Brent's got to react and try and find the right screens. I'm going to start saying things really fast. He never knows what he's going to have to put up next. I just realized I did that to him 3 times.
Make him work for that paycheck.
Exactly. Anyways, all right. Sorry about that, Brent. But yeah, pretty light day. Neither of these economic events are really going to have an impact on this market direction. If we look at the Qs, the market has just been going up and up, right? The last couple of weeks. Yesterday, we had another continued rise, led, I would suggest, by our good buddy NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a good day yesterday. If we go back and sort of look at what happened yesterday, look at that, just kept going right into the close. From pretty much about half an hour after the open until the close, it just said, yeah, you know what, today we're going higher. So we'll see what happens with it today. But NVIDIA is definitely a stock to watch. Speaking of stocks to watch, let's take a look at our gappers list. We've got a few more things today than we did yesterday. Hopefully some of them will be nicer than the stuff we had yesterday. Oh, seems like maybe I need to...
It looks cut off there.
Make this smaller, because it's all out of screen. Hold on. Let's see if we can make this prettier. There we go. Look at that. I'll fit it in the window. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, we got a few things going on here that we could take a look at. Again, some I did take a quick peek at. They're not great. Others, maybe we can get some trading value out of. So, let's see what we got. We'll start at the top here, as we always do. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and do this a little faster than yesterday. TTNP, Titan Pharmaceuticals, trading in with 2.5 million shares. The price action, though, so far today, not looking great. Megan, what's going on?
Yeah, the only thing I found on this was that it sounds like a merger is happening. So just a merger. The float's almost 500,000. Not my cup of tea, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're right. It is a merger with this KE in a reverse merger transaction. All right. Yeah, those don't typically give you good trading opportunities, so we're just going to quickly move on then to Evoke Pharmaceutical. Oh my God, what's with the pharmaceuticals? It's Tuesday, not Monday. But Evoke Pharma, 1.5 million shares traded so far this morning. Once again, Pre-market price action doesn't look good. When I say don't look good, by the way, I'm looking at, do we have consistent price action? Does it look like it's the stock is open? Now, this Evoke, if you look since about 8:15, we're looking pretty good, but you can tell there was absolutely no volume before that. So clearly, well, it looks like anyway, some news came out. Megan, what was that news? Megan, you're on mute.
Whoops, my bad. Something to do with revenue. I saw like COG2 revenue. I don't have no idea what that means actually, because I don't never trade pharmaceuticals, but that's all I could find on it this morning.
Huh. Oh, yeah. I don't. They do have a 1 for 12 reverse stock split coming. 1 for 12. The stock's at $7.
That's wild.
That's weird. That's going to make them $100 stock, but they're not really $100 stock. So, okay. Well, anyways, but that's coming up in August. That's August the 1st. So that wouldn't be what's moving it today. Yeah, I don't know what's moving it. I don't love it. Remember yesterday we did have, well, we'll get to this a little later. We did have our low floats of the day, a couple of them that were out here. And yeah, you had to be careful. We did watch those in the pre-market if you stuck with us. And they did move. They gave you an opportunity, but woof, it was like usual. It was a little scary if you were traded them at the wrong time. So EVOC looks like it might be one of those today if you like that type of stock. I personally just moving on here. Let's take a look at Plus E Plus. Never heard of this. I would have thought good. That's a good ticker name. Plus. Haven't seen this on our list before. Software company. What's going on here?
Must have just jumped up here because I didn't see that one earlier.
So they've bought a company called Bailiwick Services. Usually the acquirer drops on an acquisition. This is interesting that they're actually moving up. That being said, I don't see any volume on this. They do have news. I don't even get a chart. So all right, let's move on. I don't know. Sometimes we get these ghosts in the machine. Still working on that. They've got some like really deep data issues going on with some of our providers, and I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyways, we're working on that. This one I know does have news. Hawaiian Holdings, which is the parent company for Hawaiian Airlines, they got some good news this morning. Are you up on that, Megan?
Yeah, the DOJ was set to rule on the Alaska Air deal with them. So that seems to be what they've got going on, unless you see something else.
Yeah, no, that's the one. So that's good. So that clears the hurdles for them to have that merger with Alaska. And as you would expect, they're moving up on that news this morning. I see 1.8 million shares, but frankly, when I look at the chart, I don't really see it in the price action. So that shows me that it's not particularly in play. Good news for the stock. It's up 11%, but I just don't love the way it's trading here pre-market. So pretty flat price action and not very consistent. So I like the news. I do not like the way the stock looks. So I'll keep it in the back of my mind, but I'm not even going to put it on a secondary for now because it's not even good enough for that. All right, moving on. ARVN, Arvinas.
This is also,
I've never heard of these.
I believe this. Yeah, I think this is also a pharmaceutical. They reported their Q2 earnings, and it looks like they completed a enrollment of a phase 3 trial. I'm not quite sure what their drugs are, but it is a pharmaceutical company.
Okay, well, I don't like them. Moving on. OEC. We got a bunch of stuff that has like virtually no volume here, so I'm just gonna CSTM. I'm not sure. We really have to get this fixed. Anyways, GBX. Nope. Terrible. How about IREN? That's been on our list a little while. An energy company out of Australia, if I remember correctly. They mine Bitcoin, which is sometimes why they pop up here. Just over 200,000 shares, just under 4% move. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing today. It's down a little bit.
Looks like IREN's set to release results for the 24. Man, some of the news on this stuff is like so crazy to read through. It's like half of it's news, half of it's not news. You know, The-
Welcome to my world.
you guys are saints doing this every morning, honestly. So financial results for the year ending June 30th, 2024. I guess their year ends June 30th, 2024, even though there's 6 months left in the year. So, yeah, so they haven't done it yet, but the conference call is set to be at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, August 28th. So, I mean, that's not even this week. I don't know why this is up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it must be related to Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin pretty much flat here, 60,800. Well, 60,850 is pretty much where it's sitting right now. And I noticed that on my list, I've got pretty much all. These are all Bitcoin stocks: IRN, MSTR, CSLK, Mara, Riot. They're all here in a row. So they all seem to be up about the same amount. So basically, you can pick whichever ones you want. We typically like Mara or Riot just because they get a little more volume. Mara's got the better volume so far this morning. They're not really moving that heavily. And I said Bitcoin price is pretty flat. So I don't have a lot of hope these are going to be great traders. Like, why would you trade that, in my opinion, when you've got something like NVIDIA hanging out there or a Tesla? But that's just me. So you do you. One that has been on our list a couple of times, we talked about this yesterday, RKLB. This is our Rocket Labs that was busy trash talking SpaceX yesterday. Looks like they haven't been slapped down yet because they're gapping up again this morning. What did they actually
This
do
seems
yesterday?
to be getting a lot of buzz on Wall Street Bets, so that could have something to do with it. I'm not quite sure if this is like something that's going to be one of their like next moves over there, but it is getting a lot of chatter over there.
I mean, they've certainly been on the rise. Look, they've gone from a $4 stock to a $7 stock over the last couple of days, last week and a half. But I'm not loving the price action pre-market. In fact, this starts to look algo-like. Let me go to a 1-minute chart. You can see how we're moving. We've got all these prices that are transacting within a penny range. As soon as you see that, I always call it the barcode effect. It starts to look sort of like a barcode. You generally know it's computers trading against each other, and that's not a good sign for a retail trader, right? It's tough to make money off of that. You want a good mix of retail, of sort of individuals trading, whether they're institutional or retail. You just need volume, as well as, of course, the algos, because the algos bring volume, so we can't ignore them. They're in the background of everything we trade, right? Especially if you're trading the Magnificent Seven, you got to know a lot, if not most of that volume is being traded by algos. But you get good patterns because of those that are manually putting orders in and help manage that. So something like RKLB that you see right here, it's really just being left to the computers, and I think we should leave it to them. So on that note, I'm going to move on. Bottom of my list here is HL. I don't know what this is. Hecla Mining. As soon as you say mining, you lose my interest. I don't like the price action. It looks terrible. Megan, I've got a couple that are on the gap, or my gap up list, but didn't make our target list. Have you got anything?
Yeah, there are a couple things actually on our list, Coin and PanW. So those are two. I mean, really, I feel like the only thing we should be talking about right now is PanW. It's the only one that has news worthwhile, in my opinion, but that's just my humble opinion. So we can start with Coin. It looks like there is just like a court case against investors for wrongdoings. So I don't know. I get those letters in the mail all the time, from Ticketmaster and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, womp womp. So Coin, it's that's the only thing that I'm seeing right now is just the court case that's out there. That's the newest information. It's been having some decent days, but yeah.
I did my rant on that yesterday, but I mean, come on, people. You lost money. Suck it up. Move on.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, well, it just bothers me that anyways, U.S. culture is very litigious, and you think, well, it's got to be someone else's fault, so let's blame the company. Who can I sue? It's like, just you made a bad investment and you lost money, so all right, you either get out of the game or go try again, but stop trying to sue people to get your money back.
Listen, you're not a true American if you haven't sued somebody. That's the deal here. Like, that's how you get your card in America. You sue somebody or you go to court being sued.
I see. All right.
So I'm not a true American
somebody yet, Megan?
No, no.
Have you been sued?
No, I haven't. So I
Oh,
guess
so then you're not an
I'm
American.
I'm not an American, guys. So
Okay.
my day will come, though. I promise. It happens to pretty much everybody. Almost everybody I know has been through some type of court case. So
That's crazy. That seems crazy that everybody you know has been sued. Like that just that I don't I wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Megan, you're not trying hard enough to get sued.
yeah, exactly. Say something controversial. Right? No, don't do that. All right. We can move
Now's the time.
Oh
on.
Lord, peer
All
pressure.
right. So
Okay,
so
so
that's
moving on.
Coin. They've got a class action lawsuit. Good for them. All right. So let's talk about Palo Alto Networks because at least they have some real news.
Yeah, Palo Alto obviously had earnings yesterday, so that was a big one that we were all like a lot of traders were waiting for. Nancy Pelosi's got her hand in this one. Wall Street Bets is like crazy about this one. So the fact that they had earnings yesterday is going to be a fun day for PanW, I think. So they had earnings that they had better than expected Q4 results. They had strong guidance. They authorized an additional 500 million for repurchase, and the analysts raised price targets. So they have a lot of good things coming out of yesterday's earnings. This morning, I know that yesterday it looked like it was the earnings when the earnings report came out yesterday. It was a little bit of a tricky trader. You can see that in like even just on the 60-minute chart, how it kind of whipped up, whipped down, whipsawed everybody around. It's just kind of trading in a little range today, but sometimes that can be nice for when stocks don't make huge wild moves at earnings but have something positive or negative to play off of, because you kind of end up in an area where when the market opens we can actually be a part of the moves rather than it being in the after hours. So could be interesting.
Well, Jared
I don't
did
know that
trade
I've
this.
ever traded this.
Jared traded it after hours. He took a leap and took it after it had dropped. He took it on the way back up for about a $7 move. He got it from like 350 to 357. Lasted all of like 5 seconds, and he jumped out. So he was very happy with that. I actually heard Jared, laugh in glee. Megan, it was.
That is a rare event, honestly.
I
It's like
know.
finding a unicorn in the wild.
I said it was great hearing him joyous. I liked it. So it was beautiful. Anyways, all right. So yeah, I like this one. It doesn't quite have the volume this morning. This is why it didn't make our list, because it's got under the 200,000 shares I normally look for at 164,000, but could potentially be in play. We can put this on a secondary and see what it does. All right. What else? Did you have anything else that you were watching on the gap up, Megan?
No, that would do it for me.
All right. Well, we already talked about HA, which I had. The only other one. Hey, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
F you to you.
Is that on there? I don't even see it.
We don't get to do that very. It used to be that Futu was on the list all the time, and that was it was always something between
Yeah.
Carlos and Norm at the time.
Norm,
so,
yeah.
Anyways, Futu.
All right. Well, F you to
FUTU.
you also, Peter.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. See.
It's so endearing. It's it's the love language at BBT.
It's a love language over here. It's different. You have to understand it. Anyways, Futu did have earnings, and they beat their numbers. Their earnings were this morning. They're not seeing a lot of volume. I mean, they got 300,000 shares, but again, it's not really evident in the price action. Don't love it. They're only up 1.4%, which is why they didn't make the list. It's a potential. Their average daily volume is relatively low. Like they're only trading 300,000 shares on average. So, no, about 1 million shares. Sorry. I see my little gray line down here, just under 1 million shares. So yeah, it used to be a lot of fun. Not so much recently, but I just like saying it, so I had to talk about it. Okay. So that's what I had for the gap up. Oh no, I have one other one that actually is gapping up, but it surprises me that it's gapping up. And this is XPEV, one of our favorite EV companies out of China. XPEV did also have earnings. They barely met their numbers, frankly, and had low guidance because they're citing increased competition in the region. Now, their deliveries were up, quarter over quarter, which is good, but down from the high. In fact, they only delivered half as many cars as they did in their peak quarter, which would have been the last one in 2023. So they delivered around 30,000 cars this quarter, 60,000 in their peak quarter. So we know they could deliver more. But they seem happy with it, and the market seems oddly happy as they're gapping up 2.2%, which I would have thought that this would be a gap down play, and it sort of was early on, and then it's moved higher. So I don't know what to make of that. This is one that, like, remember I said the algos and the barcode. As you can see, this typically gets barcoded sort of in that mode, even after hours. It plays like that. It gets great volume. But unfortunately, most of it is just computer to computer. So if you like XPav, Neo was another one that we used to watch that had a lot of fun with. I mean, it looks even worse, right? So probably not going to be a lovely, lovely player. But I thought I'd mention to you because it was on my list. All right, let's take a look at what's gapping down. And what's at the top of this list gapping down was what was at the top of our list gapping up yesterday. So this is one of our pharmaceutical companies, GeoVax Labs, that was making that monkeypox virus, or I don't know, serum, whatever it was. Anyways, and yesterday you can see, like I was saying, let's show you blank bars automatically. You can see where the gaps were yesterday because this thing had moved up. What is today? Sorry. Bring in some data. I wanted to show this to you. What was yesterday? It was the 19th. And it had halted a couple of times on the way up in the morning, right? So if you wanted to play this, you would have been stuck in a couple of these halts. And I got to show you the right part of the chart. Hold on a sec.
Today they're saying that they raised 8.5 million in security offerings.
Oh, so they've done a secondary.
Seems
all right.
Yep.
I'm messing up my chart, so I'm just going to go back to today's chart and we'll look at that. But it was a hard trade. Bottom line is what I'm trying to get at. So if you want a second day play, go for it. But when I look at this, right, look at this. It started high yesterday morning and basically dropped through to the close, and it's continuing to drop here today. It doesn't look that interesting to me. So moving on. Singulate, sorry. This has been on our list. Singulate the last little while. Once again, dropping now into almost the gap area where it gapped higher. We're seeing just over 300,000 shares drop 21%. Yikes. Again, don't like
this one is
stocks,
also
man.
An offering.
Secondary? Yeah, they're trying to capitalize quickly. I mean, look how long this stock traded. Like when you see zero on the price, chart, that's not a good sign. Not that they were ever at zero, but they were, close enough that zero appears. So this was like a single digit stock. They're so excited that they're now a $10 stock. They're trying to issue more shares quickly and get some money out there. So anyways, all right. Secondaries are not great trading opportunities. So we're going to move on. PPMC. Oh my goodness. And you've got Rapace. What was the name of that Australian breakdance lady who's like a 36-year-old professor? Somebody's posted the picture in the
Oh man, that was the best part of the Olympics by far.
How do you go back to like your regularly scheduled classes after that and say, yes, I'm she's a professor in this stuff. Here, there she is. Look at her go.
I question, like, were there not tryouts for this?
There were, and Australia actually came out. The Australia Judging Association came out and defended their decision to put her in the Olympics. But I don't know, man. It's because she was inspired by local culture, which is what apparently breakdancing is supposed to be. It's inspired by local culture. So she was inspired by the snakes and the kangaroos of Australia, and that's what she incorporated into her breakdancing or whatever.
That she did. The kangaroo hop was there. She was snaking all over the place.
She was snaking. Yeah. Like I don't even know what to do with that. All right. Anyways, enough of her. Moving on. It's just,
I mean, this gives me hope for how successful I could be in life, like if that's the
yeah.
bar,
What
like I'm
What's
good.
interesting is the video that we have on the screen. If you look at some of the people's faces, like the girl who's working there behind her, she's looking at her going, what am I looking at?" Anyways, all right, okay. AIT. Let's get back to stocks here, as Andrew would say. Let's get back in character. Stop it. Get that off the screen. Okay. AIT, don't like the look of it. I'm going to move on through that. ALZN, I haven't seen this one in a while. It had been on our list in the past. 1.1 million shares traded so far today, down about 11%. I mean, the price action is not horrible.
Wasn't this on here
Why is
yesterday?
Al?
Or am I dreaming?
I don't think so. Everything had a Z yesterday, so maybe.
Yeah,
You're
it
used
was
to
on
me
here.
saying Z yet?
Wasn't
Yeah, it was on the
Isn't this the
list?
one that
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Jared traded this on Friday or something and he was giving you crap for not trading it, or I don't know.
No, that was ASTS.
Not that one. But it was here yesterday. I'm getting
Okay.
confirmation in the room.
Yeah, people said that it was here, so I mean, it has a Z, so it must have been.
No, we'll never forget when you say that letter.
Okay,
So
yeah. No, yeah, it looks. I mean, yesterday, look at that. It started way up, and then by the time the market opened, it had already dropped, and then we just have this little down bar. So it was as high as $15 pre-market, opened at around 7, closed at around 6. So yeah, I mean, this is, anyways, good example of what happens with these things, right? You got to be very careful. So pre-market, if you were watching this yesterday and said, "Oh, look at this baby," right? We're going to the moon on this. By the time the market opened, it was like, nope, we're dropping. Thank you. We're going down. So, anyways, don't love it. Not going to trade it. I am moving on. CHD. Church Dwight Company. What the? Not even any volume. Don't like it. SSL. Again, no volume. Why is this on my list? Here, Para. That's got to have some volume. There. Paramount Global. Now, haven't seen this on the list. They were talking about making an acquisition or merging some of their digital assets. Is that what the news is? What's going on here?
what I'm seeing is Edgar Bronfman. Bronfman. Submits roughly 4.3 billion rival bid for Paramount Global. So I think it's just possible getting maybe acquired. Yeah.
A formal bid, yeah. So I thought, because they were working with Skydance, and I thought they had a deal that they were just working through the details. Looks like Bronfman's trying to jump in on the action here and maybe scoop it up. Looks like the market's not very fond of that.
He's the executive Warner Music Group.
This feels like another situation where we got a person with too much family money that is trying to do something that the market says, "Good Lord, please don't give him control." So we're only down 3%. We've got 400,000 shares, so not big volume on this news. I suppose this is probably going to be news driven. So this would be one that, you could put on your list, but nothing may happen with it today. What'll probably move it would be one of a few things, right? Either the company says that they're rejecting the deal out of hand and they're going to continue with Skydance, which would mean that it'll probably move back to its previous level. It could regain the 3%. They could see that they could say that they're seriously considering the deal, which, based on the pre-market action, would tell me maybe it'll drop further, but we'll see. Or you could have Bronfman, who decides to try and get in front of this in the media and makes what I hope are some crazy ass statements, which would just be fun. And then who knows which way this would go. So right now, though, yeah, Paramount doesn't look awesome. So Para, again, if you want to put it on a secondary, go for it. I might do it just to set some levels on it, but it's probably not going to be one I'm going to trade. I might just watch it for entertainment purposes. Pun intended on that. All right, sort of a dad joke. Entertainment purposes.
Yep. You're not bringing enough dad jokes for me while I'm on the microphone with you.
Right.
It really,
Right.
You got to pick
You're
it
not
up.
setting
Pick
me
it
up.
up.
You got to set me up. All right.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, okay. So that's what I had on the list. Megan, how about you? Anything on the gap down list that you wanted to take a look at?
No, nothing here that I'm really that interested in, to be honest. I mean,
Okay.
maybe we keep an eye on Para, but other than that, all of these just not my jam.
All right, I got two that I wanted to mention. Lowe's. Lowe's had earnings this morning. We still do have earnings out there, just not a lot of stuff that we loves. But Lowe's had earnings. They looks like they missed their numbers. They're citing a much more challenging DIY environment. So people are buying less stuff to do their home projects. And they gave a fairly low guidance for the next quarter. So this doesn't typically trade a lot of pre-market volume. It is a NYSE stock. That means it trades on the New York Stock Exchange, and it would typically see lower volumes pre-market. It might move once the market opens, but it's typically a fairly tough trading stock. So just be careful with it if you want to watch it. But Lowe's, again, I can't help watching Lowe's and Home Depot when they come out with earnings. So I thought I'd put it on here. And the other one is VIPS. Yesterday we were watching Zim, which is a shipping company. VIPS is another one of these shipping conglomerates. They came out with earnings again this morning. Mixed earnings. They missed on revenue, but met bottom line. Not like Zim sort of beat their numbers yesterday. VIPS was sort of less enthusiastic, and you can see their stock price is pretty much in a range here. So it looks like it's probably going to stay in the range. Once again, a NYSE traded stock. So nothing great there, but thought I would just mention it in case you were interested. All right, that's what I had on my list. Other than those, the usuals that I've already talked about. NVIDIA, absolutely in play. As far as I'm concerned, it is gapping down here a little bit right now. It was up in the pre-market a little earlier. It was, maybe it wasn't. I thought it was gapping up. No, it's always been below yesterday's close, but not by much. But we're gapping down. We'll see what happens with it. We have Tesla, which is up a little bit on its usual good volume, over 2 million shares traded. So you got to consider that in play. And of course, I always like to watch
Tesla.
my buy AMD. Sorry.
Tesla, I think is going to be one to watch today. It was something on Mondays. I'm on the microphone at noon Eastern. For those of you that were in the chat room, we discussed this the level on it at around 226.42. So somewhere around the 225, 226 area. We've got some sellers from back at the first part of August, and so as it's made its kind of run and its trend up from the bounce on August 5th, that's where it was heading. So it's there now. So I would keep an eye on Tesla today. It's definitely going to be on my watch list. I've been waiting for it to kind of get to this area. So the 226, 225 area will be on watch today for me, and maybe for some of you that were in the room yesterday.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, the high of day so far is 226.85, so it's right in that range you're talking about. And we'll see what happens. All right. Well, thank you, Megan. Yeah, so I think Tesla in play. So there you go. So those are our picks for this morning. It's a Tuesday, which means we have our strategy and trade book sessions. Megan, why don't you let us know what's happening there?
All righty. So this fine Tuesday, when Brent brings up the screen, there we go. All right. So we've got Bruce Pringle talking about order flow insights with Bookmap. So definitely, again, Bookmap has been a big hot commodity in our community. It gets talked about a lot. There are a lot of traders that use it. We've had some really great webinars on Bookmap recently, but we've got another one tonight. So join Bruce tonight, and he'll give you some.
Not tonight.
Insights. What?
Note special time.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Special time, 11 a.m. Eastern. So very soon, actually, in just a few hours here, in 2 hours. So in 2 hours, join Bruce in the webinar room.
There you go. Because we want to show it live, and we want to show you. It's better to do that during market hours. So Bruce is going to be joining us at 11 o'clock. So special time for all of our elite members. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, awesome. And then next week, we have a webinar that I'm sure a lot of traders are going to show up to as well, which is going to be the Essential Tax Knowledge for U.S. Day Traders webinar by Joey Smith and Dave Long. So I can't tell you how many times traders ask me about taxes. So next week, please prepare to go to that and support that and ask your questions in there and get the advice and the knowledge that you need to be able to do your taxes appropriately.
Excellent.
Oh, are we running through the rest of the week? I see Brent scrolling down to
Nope.
Wednesday.
Nope, not
All right.
usually.
Sorry,
We
I don't
save
usually
that
handle
as
this.
a reminder tomorrow. So,
Oh,
um,
he's new to this, so he doesn't usually handle this part. So that's okay, Brent. We'll give you a pass. All right. So if you want to become a member, check out the intro membership and 1 week with us. You can check out the chat room. You can see what we do all day long. We're not just here in the pre-market. We're not just here in the webinars. We are here all day long giving you information throughout the day. So you'll see Thor on the microphone. You'll see Paris on the microphone, myself, Jared, Peter, Mike, John. We're there all day long. And if you want to join us for a year, you can definitely check out the Elite Annual membership as well. But for just $1, you can try us out for a week. So I definitely recommend that. Give us a shot and come. We had onboarding last night, and it was a great turnout. Lots of great questions. Thank you for those of you that decided to join and give us a shot. I always say from the bottom of my heart, I'm very grateful that a lot of you even come and try us out for a day or a week. We know that there are a lot of other options out there for trading communities. So even just giving us a chance and hearing what we have to say and seeing what we have to offer is, I think is really awesome. And, we're all very grateful for that. So if you want to check us out, definitely do so.
there you go. All right, Megan, I got to rise to your challenge. And did you know how many tickles it takes to amuse an octopus?
8.
No, it actually takes 10 tentacles. Huh?
Oh man, it's
Okay.
when we laugh at him though, it just it makes it happen more.
That's right. How you deal with a bully, you got to ignore them. So,
Yeah.
all right. That wasn't. Oh, Kyle says it's not my finest work. All right, fair enough. Fine. All right.
For those of you that were at
I did actually
the
go to the
last
psychiatrist the other day,
oh boy.
and I walked in completely naked but dressed in saran wrap, and that psychologist took one look at me and says, "Clearly, I can see your nuts."
Oh my god.
There you go. That is a groaner. How about that one? Do you like that? Better? Okay. All right.
Oh man, okay, that one's good. That was really
I
good.
made Megan hide her face in shame, so that's success. That is the quintessential dad joke.
That was really good. That was really good.
Okay.
All right, you passed
Excellent.
today.
Okay, let's get back to some stocks. We got some levels to set. I'm going to get into it right now and set some levels for you guys. Megan gave me a challenge. I had to do it. Okay, let's talk Tesla first. Megan already mentioned a level you got to take a look at here, right? So the high of the pre-market is 226.85. She is watching that level because let's go to a 60-minute chart of where it was early in 226 back at the end of July, early August. So we're right in that range that she's keeping an eye on. Back on the daily chart, you can see, like yesterday, I still have some levels set. 230.50 if we get that high, and I think absolutely a strong level to watch is 234.68 or right in that area. You can see how it was some support and resistance at different times over the last 2 months. So we're well worth watching. Of course, as always, we've got the highs and lows of the previous 2 days, which frankly are going to give me notice on the downside. So Tesla's relatively easy on the levels today, but worth watching. Let's move right to NVIDIA then, because it's another big one. I think NVIDIA is going to be a lot of fun today, just because it was a good movement yesterday. I don't know which way this is going to go, frankly, but definitely watching it. The high of yesterday was pretty much where it closed, right? It closed right at 130, and that set the high. Is absolutely an area to watch. On the downside, well, I'm definitely going to watch yesterday's low and the high of the previous day. You can see those are both in the 125. 125 for the high there, and yesterday's low was at 123.42. Those are automatically marked on my chart, and I frankly don't need to watch anything else because that brackets the current price action. So we'll see what happens with NVIDIA. I think it's going to be fun. AMD was one of the others that you guys know I watch all the time, and I've got tons of levels already set. It actually also had a good day yesterday. The high of the pre-market currently is 158.58, And you can see that's on my chart. I'm really look at this area of consolidation that we had in here around the 160 level. So I'm going to watch the whole dollar at 160. Certainly, the orange line, I can unfortunately I have lots of lines on my chart here, but that's the point of control on this daily. So you can see that definitely there's a lot of orders that are trapped at 160. So we've got to watch it. If AMD can get there, we should see some interesting price action. Whether it pushes through or that acts as a ceiling, we'll find out when it gets there, but definitely an area of either support or resistance. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. On my list, Pan W, we mentioned, had earnings after the close yesterday and provided some interesting trading. We are up. Its expected range move was sitting around, I think Jared and Brian were saying it was about 10%, which would be about a $30, $34 move. And we're gapping up only about $8 so far this morning. So some room to move on it. But like we said, a lot of big up and down movement yesterday. We're up above this area of consolidation that we had back at the end of July, early August, which is going to be marked for me already by yesterday's official high, which was at 344.47. What is that? 340. It's just off my screen. Yeah, 344.48, I guess. So that's automatically marked for me. I don't have to worry about it. We have to go back in time here. Look at where the current price sits, right? It sits at the high end of this gap. So that could be an area where it gets supported and moves higher. You can see we've got some higher price action. I'm definitely going to watch up here around 370. I don't know that it's actually going to get there, but I'll be ready for it if it does. So those are the levels that I need on Pan W. Last but not least on my list, I put Futu on here just because it amuses me. It still doesn't have volume yet this morning. It is sort of in an area here. I'd have to. The high of pre-market is 64.10. And which is a good level, right? Because it was a level of support we can see back in May, also in July, and then area of resistance right at the end of August. So, not a super strong level, admittedly, because it wasn't there for very long, but we'll see if it can get through that. If it gets through the 64.10 level, I think there's good room to move all the way up to about 66 right here. So I'm just going to set a level just below 66 so I can keep an eye on that if Futu decides to move. What else did we have on our list? Well, not much else of interest. I did mention Paramount. Again, it's only if it starts to move. It is trapped in a range area here. Paramount's one that, you're playing it for like 10 cents, not dollar type moves, right? So if it gets to 12, that'll be a big move for it today. You can see the high of pre-market already at 1140, which I like because, again, if I look at how many times the price sort of found some support at that level. So I'll see first if it can break through that high of pre-market. If it does, then I'd be looking for it to go up to the $12 mark that I already have on my chart here. So being that I looked at Paramount earlier, I don't have to put those markers. On the downside, of course, I've got the lows of the previous 2 days that's going to mark it and the low of pre-market. So I'm thinking this might actually be a day that the price is bracketed by the high and low of pre-market, assuming we don't get news. If we do, then all bets are off, right? And we could move. So, all right, that's what I've got for levels. Let's check and see what our moderators are watching. Megan, did you want to do the moderator list, or do you want me to take that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Go for it.
Peter,
All right,
what are you doing
so,
today?
yeah.
Oh,
We got to keep you on your toes.
sorry. I
Did
was,
you already,
yeah, sorry.
You already shut my screen off or what?
No,
Tell
we're
you
good.
what,
I
Megan,
switched.
I was going to say, you talk the list and I'll just move my mouse and pretend it's like, all right, Megan's on there now.
Okay, so we see a lot of similarities here in the watch list this morning, but we've got Thor watching Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, and then futures. We've got Jared also watching Tesla, NVIDIA. He's got the ASTS and the monkeypox vaccines on his as well, which ASTS could be interesting. I might actually add that to mine for some momentum plays. It's been a pretty wild trader, so I'll keep my eye on that one. He's also added Palo Alto to his list. We got Mike keeping it simple, just watching Tesla. He only has like one screen, I think, right now because he's traveling in Vancouver, so that makes sense. Then we've got Avi watching also Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA. Susan's watching SPY, AMD, NVIDIA. You'll notice a repetition here. We've got a lot of semis on here, so AMD, NVIDIA. We've got the Teslas, and then myself, I will be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, and Palo Alto as well. And then Paris coming in with his list here. He's got Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, Pan W, and Baba. Let's see, Brian, he's got AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, VKTX. We didn't look at that one. And then PanW. Maybe we'll take a look at that. Then we've got Pierre looking at AMD, Tesla, Nvidia in the Qs. Brendan, Tesla, AMD, Nvidia. Lenny, Tesla, AMD, XPEV, PanW, and JD is on his. And then Peter's coming in with AMD, Nvidia, and Tesla as well. So if you felt like you were living in the Twilight Zone here in a little bit of deja vu with hearing Tesla, AMD, Nvidia over and over again, it seems like those are the ones that most people are watching today. But we do got some other new ones on there. So we've got the PanW, ASTS, and those would be interesting ones to take a look at. But yeah, the Brian's VK, you pull that one up yet, Peter? VKTX?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I don't see a lot going on with it. I'm not sure what's got his attention with it. 171,000 shares. So, I mean, it's got some volume, but not great volume. It's still in a range that it's been in for a while. I suppose if it breaks out to the top side, there might be some opportunity. And the pre-market action looks very, very sparse. So I guess we'll have to ask Brian what he sees in it, but he sees something.
Yeah. He'll be on soon to let us know.
He will. So yeah, there's a director that's selling shares in it, but that doesn't sound very exciting. Let's see. What does the insider trading look like? I always like it. So this director sold 16,000 shares. And well, yeah, see, they don't own that many. That was a fair size of their portion. They only own 25,000 shares behind that. So I'm not sure why they're getting out. Maybe they're leaving the company. I'm not sure. President and CEO still in there, sold 112,000 shares, but they still own 2.5 million. So no biggie. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask Brian. All right, guys. Well, that's what we've got on our list and what we're watching. You pick your own stocks that you want to watch, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. For instance, in the chat room, I was asked about MSTR. That's one that I did we looked at. I don't love it. I don't love the pre-market action. Not a lot of volume, and I didn't really see any news on it. So, it's one of the semis of MicroStrategy. I mean, if you love it, by all means, right? Like there could be good opportunity, especially if you like maybe where it sits on the daily and you're looking for a breakout. That I could see that potentially on MSTR, but you make your own decisions. Everybody's got a slightly different approach to the market, and that's what makes this so much fun. So don't worry about what you're looking at. Hopefully you found something good from what we've mentioned, and maybe some on your own. Of course, we always have to do one look to ASTS. Jared was, right. He wasn't wrong. This thing certainly has been moving the last few days. So will the volume continue? I mean, it's already got 1 million shares, so it could very well continue. We'll all find out together. Megan, once again, day 2, I really appreciate you being here and helping me out. For everybody out there, we're not done yet, right? We've got the live trading, which means we're going to have traders on here trading live with you. At 10:30, we will have a special guest. I think it's Lenny today that's going to be joining us. So that'll be exciting. Just giving you some insight into the market. Yesterday was Jared, and we appreciated the insight he provided. Today it'll be Lenny at 10:30. So something to look forward to after the market open. So yeah, give us your thumbs. We like your thumbs. Give us a little thumbs up and a like. Subscribe to the channel. It's always a good thing. And it shows Megan that you want to see more of Megan. How could you not?
It shows Megan that getting up at 3:45 and doing my hair was worth it. So please give us those likes.
And especially, I want to know. I need to see the likes. Do I tell more dad jokes to make Megan cringe or not? I guess I'll find out.
You'll never know. I guess. Yeah, we'll find out on Thursday because I'll be back on Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, the wolf says yes more, so I've got to find some more cringy dad jokes. I think the one I told was especially cringy because I made it personal. So that's just awkward when you have to look at my face when I'm telling you that joke. So, oh my goodness! All right, I love what I'm seeing. Oh, he disappeared. We've got our live traders queuing up. Andrew, by the way, didn't live trade. I was here with Brian yesterday live trading, and Andrew sent me a note around noon and said, "I just woke up. Fire me." And I said, "Well, not this time. I'll give you one more chance." So here he is, and he's in spectacular fashion. Andrew, looking sharp today.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I am always looking sharp, but today I'm actually testing my Burning Man stuff. So I'm heading
Wow.
out for Burning Man next year,
Oh no,
next
I didn't know
week.
it was a dress up
By
day.
the way, if anyone wants to come to Burning Man for free, there is an opportunity. We're looking for someone to come and help us driving down stuff. Anyone wants to come, everything included, let me know. And I have a special guest here. Mike, come here. Look who's here. Mike is here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mike
everybody.
promised to make sure to get you up in time. So thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
He was put in
Reveille.
the door. So
that's why we brought Mike
how's
up.
my jacket?
It is very Sergeant Pepperish. I love it. So that makes Mike the Lonely Hearts Club Band, I guess.
I didn't
I
get
am
the
like a
memo.
king.
I guess I didn't get the memo about dressing up today.
Brian,
Well,
you've got
you'll
plenty
have
of
time.
costumes behind you, I'm sure. Just put one of those like weird animal hats on. You'll be good to go.
Yes. All right. So thank you, Megan, for covering. I'm sorry about yesterday, guys. This time zone is really getting into. I gotta move to a different time zone. I cannot do East West Pacific time zone anymore. I'm always tired. But having said that, Brian is look at Brian. Oh my god. What
That would be awesome if you could manage to trade in that, Brian. That would be skill.
Can you see? Can you see anything?
No, but I can feel.
Oh my
Yeah, and you can tell I'm a bull. I'm a bull today. I'm going long on everything.
Yeah.
I'll laugh as much as you want because I think market is gonna make us cry today. Seems choppy. VKTX is down 4%. Brian. All right, how's the YouTube guys doing? Nice. So are you ready for a laptop tomorrow? If we get to 500 likes today, we give a laptop tomorrow. So that is the rule for the laptop. So Tesla is hitting the scanner to 25. Market was super strong. The Federal Reserve's guys are seeing each other this week in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yeah, have they started their meeting?
No, Thursday, Friday, I think. I'm just short a bit of Nvidia. Again,
right at all-time high.
Nvidia is leaking. Jared said he was going to short everything today. So there you go.
Jared is a short guy today.
Yeah, he says we're up into an area where we're certainly overbought. That's for sure. Doesn't mean we can't go higher, but
so we have 5 minutes to the open. I'm looking at the usual suspects. Palo Alto network is popping up. Is this the all-time high on Palo Alto network? No, but very close.
Very close.
2.4%. Palo Alto network. Yeah, I used to trade it ways. VKTX is doing some stuff.
I was thinking it might be a good short if we get back up to yesterday's close, around just over 66. What do we got here? We still got 5 minutes to the close.
Guys, thank you so much for everybody who signed up for Colombia. It turned out to be a super, super, super nice event. I think we sold out for the number of the people that we wanted as traders, and with the team members, it's going to be a full house. Thank you so much I'm super excited to see you guys in Colombia. Fund the training account is going really well. We have some really, really good traders that I don't know where were these guys making really, really good money. Super interesting program. So that is super exciting. So that is a thing. Yeah, Tomaso, I saw your email today too. Welcome. That's awesome.
Yeah. May the
The
force
Colombia
be
is kind of full. I don't, we unless unless we do something, I don't think there is any spot left for Colombia.
Yeah, we've got a couple of, what is it, they're Airbnbs. There's a limited number of people that they can hold.
Awesome.
They're pretty gangster. They'll
Yeah,
those Airbnbs
yeah, we
are
might do a meetup
amazing.
in Medellin. Yeah, we might do a one-day meetup in Medellin. But just to join us, you need to really be registered. So some people said, we want to come by ourselves, but I prefer not to have anyone who's not part of the program. So maybe we do one day in the meetup in Medellin, maybe not. But I prefer to know exactly how many people are coming. Nice, thank you. That's medallion jackets. Want to do it for Burning Man? No, Pete. If you start, if you sign up for the funded account, you don't need to start immediately. We can keep DOS. It's same as simulator. We can keep it forever for you whenever you're ready, because we don't have to pay DAS when we haven't started that. But as soon as we start, then it goes for 3 months. You can't pause it, unfortunately, and we have to send the money to DAS.
Hughes and Spy sort of selling off here a bit.
So this week, yeah, market is just few percent below all-time high. It's super amazing that in 2 weeks we dropped like this and bounced back. We made so much money.
That was like incredible V reversal.
So that was amazing.
Yep.
We are sitting almost at all-time high. I wouldn't be surprised if we go all-time high today or in this week.
I remember that meme. That was funny. What have we got here? We've got 1 minute. We're doing our TED Talk out at UBC.
So we're looking at different venues right now for our TED event. So we have always option to do it at Paradox Hotel, but I was thinking maybe we do it at UBC, because UBC is a really nice venue. It's a very beautiful campus too. So for people actually spend one day at UBC campus, I think it's very, very nice. So Mike and I are gonna go take a look at some venues and stuff. I think it would be very beautiful. So people who come to Vancouver, fly from, spend one day at the University of British Columbia, very beautiful campus. So just for the change of scenery.
10
Plus,
seconds.
university is just center of knowledge. Sorry?
And let me know when you come out here. Maybe I'll meet you out here. Okay, here we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, so the party starts. Tesla seems like an interesting price action. Potentially opening range break up. NVIDIA is a little bit below the VWAP. AMD not. Tesla looks like it's trying to get the VWAP. Potentially opening range break up. Hopefully it doesn't run up too much. VKTX, I haven't really looked at VKTX. Super nice.
Yeah, VKTX.
Tesla's super nice. I get a long on Tesla at 226. I get a different feel. I'm not going super heavy on it. Getting long. Yeah, it is a little bit tricky. I wish I was having a better entry on it. So let's see if Tesla can go for the higher pre-market or 1 minute range break up. NVIDIA is popping up very nicely too.
Yeah,
See what
just
NVIDIA
long, just got long NVIDIA at 70.
Yeah, I'm long NVIDIA as well. Let's see.
I don't like the
Long
way it's
NVIDIA,
trading.
78. Tesla is super nice. Let's see if you can get to 227. I have a big size on Tesla now. Partialing out 226.80. Let's see if you can go to 228. I have 7,000 shares of Tesla right now. Selling some more.
PAMW popping.
NVIDIA is popping up. I'm long NVIDIA too. Average 128.90. But I might actually.
There we go.
See if NVIDIA closes above the VWAP or not. Adding a little bit more on NVIDIA at about 129. Let's see if it can continue the
Added
pop.
some more NVIDIA as well.
I'm partialing at 2 Tesla as well.
Come on, NVIDIA.
NVIDIA.
There's a big order, 129.50. We get there.
There's a moving average on that as well. So let's see. It might go green NVIDIA if it can hold. I reduced my share size on NVIDIA because
I just sold some on 129.16.
Yeah. I'm getting out of NVIDIA all completely. Although it seems that it wants to go up, but I had a good day on Tesla. I don't want to mess around with it. Aspire went always to the green. I think NVIDIA still has the potential to go up. I don't know why I got out of it. Palo Alto network is popping up very nicely too. Palo Alto network.
Yeah. Okay, wow.
I'm all out of Tesla, guys. I'm only in NVIDIA right now. Sorry, I'm all out of NVIDIA. Shit, NVIDIA. Tesla. I got out of the NVIDIA actually. It looks still super strong.
I'm out of it. I'm all out of it. No, I'm not. I'm actually just getting out more of NVIDIA here at 129.30. 33.
I shouldn't have got out of NVIDIA. I just got some for some reason. I got chickened out. AMD is a potential. I'm getting in AMD 156.85. So if I miss that one, let's see if we get that one. I'm long AMD, guys, at 156.82. Long Qs went green, huh? Yeah, NVIDIA is most likely going to go green.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm long NVIDIA, AMD, guys, instead. Let's see if AMD can continue the pop. 5 minute closes as a doji. Let's see, potentially we can pop up above this moving averages that we have. 157.20 AMD. If the market continues the strength, AMD could be something that goes up. Tesla, I still have Tesla, but usually adding on Tesla a little bit. I don't like that sound.
Tesla's right at R4.
Yeah, I'm adding a little bit more on Tesla. Let's see if Tesla can do and pop. SPY wants all-time high.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I'm back on NVIDIA at 129.74. Let's see if it wants to go green. I think most likely it's going to go green. AMD, Tesla is selling off. Oh shit! I gotta get out of
I
Tesla.
tried to get a short on some put on buying some puts on Tesla, and I missed them. Didn't get a fill. So I was going to go short Tesla there, but right at R4. Just I'm going to sell more NVIDIA.
I am fucked.
129.50.
Yeah, I got this AMD turned out to be a horrible trade.
Tesla looks like it still wants to go lower. Hard to say though. Kind of missed that entry.
I gotta stop that on Tesla. We gave all the profit back on Tesla, man. Jeez. I gotta stop that on Tesla. Trade I had on Tesla and then messed it up.
Getting out of the rest of NVIDIA.
NVIDIA is also dropping.
129.
AMD is coming back up. I'm gonna get back to add some AMD. I'm gonna add an AMD 1.679. I'm still also in NVIDIA. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. See, yeah, guys. Now AMD is going up, guys. Let's see if NVIDIA is popping up or not. I have a very big size in AMD now.
PanW is still going. Here we go.
AMD. Getting a stop out, guys, on NVIDIA and AMD. I'm probably going to stop that. No, I was long NVIDIA too.
No,
it's very bad. Let's see what AMD is doing. This one is also super choppy. STS. Shit, I had a good day, man. I don't know why I just kept trading like this.
Yeah, you just never know. Kind of watching Tesla here. There's a big area of support right at 225.
Choppy. SPY's making highs.
Yeah, IWM
was 565 is all-time high. 565.24 is all-time high.
There's long some puts on Tesla. 990s. Long the September 20th 220 puts. So that's a bullish or a bearish bet, I should say. I think we're heading lower. There's an order here, 224.
On Tesla?
Tesla, yeah. I'm just trading it using options.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad day. If this AMD goes up, I'm going to have a good day because I have a big size on AMD. VDA, I also have an eye on it and see what's going to do eventually.
Come on, Tesla. One flush.
He's going to go. I have a very big size, guys, on AMD. NVIDIA might want to go up.
Okay. I'm out of Tesla, the puts. It's going the wrong way.
Guys, AMD is going to go up. I'm partialing some on AMD. I have a super big position on AMD. 750, I'm partialing out more.
Big order at 158.
$158, yeah, 158 would be interesting. 5 minutes is now turned out to be a bullish engulfing. Y and Qs are still strong. This moving averages on 1 minute chart are a resistance. If you can break out toward
I got
AMD.
long AMD. I'm long AMD with you.
Yeah, I'm adding
See
a
if
little
we
bit more
can get
AMDs.
So you can get a bounce to this 158 level after it took out some of that pullback. Come on, AMD, don't do that. AMD back down to the VWAP.
Not a great day for semis.
No,
What's Tesla doing?
it was pretty choppy yesterday too for a while. Then it finally broke out.
AMD?
Yeah, both AMD and NVIDIA.
Killing us, huh?
Just screwing around with us. That was yeah.
Really, it looks like it's holding down, but again, super choppy.
Yeah.
Market still strong. SPY's going up. AMD is still holding.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get this breakout. That pop to 158. Really need that pop. Sure.
Here we go.
That pop to 158.
Yeah, give us that pop. Come on. Come on, maybe. Qs are breaking out. Trying to. SPY's trying to break out again.
Qs are looking forward to go higher. I'm going to get back long on NVIDIA as well. 120.80, 128.98. Let's see if NVIDIA wants to pop as well. It looks like it wants to eventually go. I'm showing some here at 157.61. I have a very big size on AMD.
Come on. You can do it.
58 and AMD would be super nice if you can get there.
Yeah. The Qs are trying to help here. We're getting a move higher. Here we go. Here we go.
AMD, whole market is going up. Come on. It's NVIDIA is going up too. It's interesting. AMD 158.
Sold some 157.88. Take a little money off there. Yeah, Qs are going up. Okay, now I'm going to have an order. Here we go, right? Here we are, 158.
158, partial here, 158.50. Nice.
We knew it.
Now, what we are having here is the high pre-market 158.40. So I'm getting out of Tesla. I'm long NVIDIA. I'm back long on NVIDIA. Let's see if NVIDIA wants to go back up to the high of the day. My biggest loss today was NVIDIA. Let's see if NVIDIA can go back up to the high of the day. Oh, market is ripping, guys.
Yeah, market's really taken off here.
So I have, guys, AMD and NVIDIA. I don't have much of a hope for NVIDIA, but AMD did a nice breakout. Just today, they don't have that much momentum. Yesterday was a good day.
Yeah, it took a while for things to get going, but yeah, I held on.
SPY is going to go for all-time high again.
Mm-hmm.
Once all-time high today.
Cute.
All-time high. Qs are at all-time high, I think, huh? Or no?
Yeah, Qs,
No,
SPY.
no. It was they were.
Wow.
What's Netflix doing? Netflix is also running a wow. Netflix at 7. Shit. Netflix all-time high. Wow.
Yeah,
Netflix broke
Netflix.
all-time high.
Yeah, so through 700. If you watch my weekend video, that's I was saying that's where we're going. So I have a few puts that I sold. I was actually going to buy 700 calls, but I never did. It's a risk reversal trade. If you guys are interested in trading options, I've got an options book available. It's on Amazon. How to trade options. You want to check that out?
Yeah. So AMD is popping up, guys. Higher pre-market on AMD is around 158.48. That would be nice if you can get that.
Yeah, 198.50 would be a good one.
It's popping up nicely. I'm looking at NVDA too. See if
Yeah,
I can NVDA can pop up.
AMD is the one that's moving the nicest.
Yeah, we got
Looking
it.
for
Like a boss.
yeah. I even added a little on that pullback.
Got a link for the book. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link for Brian's book. It's a really good options trading book. It's very easy to read and simple, very basic. So especially some of these options book you really don't need. I can't read it. So because it's written by really people who are not really trader, but they're educator. But Brian is also a really good trader. Sorry, they're really
Right.
by traders, but they're not educators. Brian is also a really good educator. So very simple book, very nice.
Yeah.
Brian, look at the AMD at 159. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
this beauty.
I know. I'm waiting for 159 now.
Yeah. So Tesla is
Here
coming
we
back
go.
up to.
Here we go. Sold.
Wow.
159.02.
Look at this beauty, Brian. I'm long NVIDIA too, guys. Average is 129.17. I want to see if you can actually get there. Get to the
I think
previous day close.
this is an all-time high for Netflix.
Yeah, it is. Wow. AMD is going to go to R4.
Yeah,
What a beauty.
I'm actually thinking it's probably a good time to get out of the rest of it. Is just going to get out of the rest of it now.
Getting out R4 most Tesla is coming back up to. Although Tesla is a piece of garbage. I hope it dies.
159.30. I'm out of the rest. Nice trade on Nvidia or AMD.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good call. Yeah, I kind of did this yesterday. Really, kind of spent 10 or 15 minutes chopping around, and then it finally broke out of a range. Wow, it's still got some upside here. Qs are going, SPY's going again.
My PNL is now green, yes.
This market is unbelievable.
Sounds too good to be true. Microsoft is hitting this scanner.
Nice
Microsoft,
trade on
no,
AMD. Kelly, nice one. Ooh, you traded ASTS.
selling off.
Interesting. ASTS selling off. Did sell off. Came down to S4. Yeah, NVIDIA's not getting the same love that AMD's getting, that's for sure, this morning.
What's the daily chart look like on NVDA? It's stronger, no?
It looks like a lot of them V reversal off that that yen carry trade sell off, and then back up.
Whoa, AMD is 150 something, 159.50. I'm getting out more.
Yeah, there's a big order at 160. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes there.
NVIDIA is going up to AMD 160. I have 3,000 shares of AMD left that I am planning to sell at 160. NVIDIA, I'm still long NVIDIA too, guys. I want to see if NVIDIA can do a breakout finally or not.
NVIDIA seems stuck in a trading range.
But if it breaks out, man, we all die,
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
If. Looks like, oh, there you go. Looks like NVIDIA is going up. Nice. Nice. NVIDIA for the break of high of the day. I'm ready to sell at the previous day close. I'm not selling a penny before that. And look at that beauty, 160. All right, NVIDIA is going to go red to green. I have some decent number of the share size. Selling a penny before the previous day close. 129.84. Come on, NVIDIA. Come on, NVIDIA. Take off my shirt if it doesn't hit the previous day close. Oh, Thor is in this with me. Let's do it. Woody has already GIF available, ready for me. NVIDIA. Ah, shit. It's dropping. Fuck, I should have partial.
Well, it was right at PDC. So not surprising it's rejecting from there.
Oh, that's at least touching it. Well, there is still hope, but there's less hope than usual. AMD is above 160. 160.14. Wow, Brian, look at this. Look at this AMD. Love it. UM doesn't have much momentum. Tesla is absolutely garbage today. It was a nice
Yeah.
opening range break, but
Looks like it's heading
after that,
lower. It's going to go. It's going to go red on the day. Well, Nvidia's going one way, Tesla or AMD's going the other.
yeah, that is.
Hello, wow, Nvidia really selling off.
NVIDIA is a short, honestly.
Yeah, big drop on the Qs and the SPY. I don't know if somebody said something. We had a big
Data
drop
coming
yesterday.
I think there's
We had a
PMI or
big drop.
something coming.
Well, we had a big drop yesterday. It was Neil Kashkari. It was your buddy making comments saying there was he didn't see any reason to cut rates.
Neil Kashkari, he's out of his mind. Really, he's out of his mind. There's no reason to. Nobody can buy any new house.
He just likes, I think, the attention, like most of them.
Jay Powell he got us. Jay Powell he got us. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Right, so I'm getting out of NVIDIA. I got honesty on NVIDIA. I got greedy.
How's Mike doing with Tesla?
He did long and long. Positive is good.
You trade eBay.
Oh, nice. Add zeros. Were you trading Tesla?
Man. Shitting
Yeah,
out.
it's a pretty difficult chart. It's been trading in a pretty narrow range. So right now it's sort of bouncing off yesterday's close. Wow, unbelievable! AMD, they're just coming after this stock today.
AMD saved us. I'm all out of everything except the AMD guys. So I got out of NVIDIA. NVIDIA was my biggest loss. Tesla, I didn't do anything on it. AMD saved me really. Time to get some water.
I'm surprised that we actually made it through S4 without much difficulty on AMD. We got on. Still got some liquidity here, 161.50 and 162. crazy. I'm tempted to short AMD, but it's like don't really want to step in front of this freight train. But it just feels like it's quite extended, but it could keep going here. Still more orders at 162. Thins out a bit after that, but I think it could go there. Yeah, I know. And my puts are, so it's up $20 now. Holy cow. Yeah, my puts are dropping in value, which is good because I'm short them. So, yeah, look, we're going to 162 on AMD. I'm kicking myself for not buying those 700 calls. Damn.
Andrew and Brian, we're only at 420 likes. We're not at 500
Okay.
yet, and we have over 700 people.
Come on.
Wow,
Let's,
guys. Guys, you gotta
get
like
that.
the video. Otherwise, you're not gonna be part of the laptop. You gotta like that laptop. No, like that video. Felix is also popping up nicely at all-time high.
Yeah. Just give us a like, baby. It's cheap. Doesn't cost anything.
I guess they don't like free laptops.
Something
Why
like
can you
that.
not like the laptop is really good.
Okay, we got over 500.
Yes. Laptop
Good
tomorrow.
deal.
So guys, I have only 700 shares of AMD, as you see on my screen. The P&L is good. So in the red. I'm out of everything except this AMD.
Yeah, I'm flat. Basically, I don't have any positions.
AMD is still super strong.
Yeah.
62, we're gonna get something on that. Such a great move. God, I should have had more. NVIDIA is super weak.
Yeah, NVIDIA's going the opposite. Like I said, it's going the opposite direction. Q's just dropped again. Wow, Q's just went red. Tesla's dropping some more now. Damn. Interesting.
Brian, what did you do? I left you for 1 second, Brian.
I know. And then the market got destroyed.
I can't leave you alone for 1 second to get coffee. Kashgari,
Happens.
Kashgari.
Yeah. You'll cash carry again. I think we did have some speakers. So I think we did have some Fed heads speaking today. I think that's other than that, I don't think there was much economic news.
Bed, bar, and Bostic.
Yeah, Bostic.
NVIDIA,
Bostic.
I'm glad I got out of NVIDIA. So my trade on NVIDIA
Yeah.
was chaotic, but I'm glad I got out of it. If this one was touching previous day close, I would have made all the losses back on it. Megan shorted Tesla. Paris, how did you trade?
Wow. Yeah. Still selling here. Tesla could be a could be a short here. It's right at PDC. NVIDIA is going down to Camarilla Pivot, S3.
The AMD is also, this market weakness is impacting everything, including AMD now.
Yeah, AMD's,
might be a good
AMD's
place
at a
for a
920. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
could do a
thinking about
920 on AMD. But the market's just rolling over here. Qs are at pre-market low, which means we might bounce here. Maybe another leg lower here on the Qs. SPY's looking a little weak too. Nice short on AMD, Brendo. Good one. Yeah, AMD is not finding any support even at the 20 EMA. We're going to the VWAP now. VWAP's 159. going to try taking a bit of a long here on AMD at 159.75. Just selling some at 160.33. I just noticed that the market was starting to turn back up here, and we're getting pretty close to VWAP on AMD. So thought I'd take a bit of a reversal there.
Right, so CS is going down
Nice.
and VDA is bouncing.
What time does the buying brigade step in? I think they might have
Shit,
just
AMD did
stepped
920.
in there.
Right, AMD did 920.
I know. So I played it. I kind of lost the 20, but then it started coming down to the VWAP. That's why I thought I'll take an entry there.
How's my jacket, by the way? It's good. It's like the king I
Looks
am, the
good,
king
man.
of the cat, king of the cat.
Looks good, man. But those blue hats are going to clash with it.
Let me see what I have.
All right, and just AMD. I'm just looking to get out of the rest if we drop below at 159.70 area. Be flat on the rest. Actually, I'm going to take some more off here. Wow, ASTS is selling off.
Yeah, ASTS is setting up. This one is was running up yesterday, huh?
It's got a lot of shares too. All right, getting close to exiting the rest of this AMD.
This design is better.
There you go. That's better. Okay, I'm out of the rest of AMD.
I am still in AMD a little bit. Let's see how it goes. How's this, guys? YouTube
Wow,
guys.
NVIDIA just took another big drop. Now we're at low of day.
NVDA. Yeah, market seems weakness all across the board. Yes, Yash. Yes. This is a jacket that Yash and I went to bought in Brooklyn. Ryan, put your camera on. Let's do.
I haven't.
Let's
It
do
is
a
on.
picture for. I know. Put the costume on.
Put my costume on.
Put that.
Okay,
Put
hang
that
on.
animal back. I want to take a picture with the.
Okay.
Someone mentioned to me that why are you doing this? Why are you not taking this formal? Why are you? Well, the answer to that is I became a trader to do these kind of things. I don't want to have a formal dress. I don't want to be serious. The reason that I'm a trader is to be able to just be cool, do whatever I want. With Brian comes as an animal. NVIDIA is, should we buy some NVIDIA here at S3? No, it's too early for it. Apple's still strong. Oh, okay, so Brian, can you put the camera on in the chat room too?
Maybe. I have to find my mouse.
Nice, Ellie. Ellie made $3,000 on it. Amazing. Nice, Ellie. Great trading. The Brian and I. Brian can't see that.
I can't see.
Just wait. Hold on, Brian, a little bit
Here
more.
we go. Here we go.
Okay, perfect. So Brian and I are trading live on YouTube, and since it's Burning Man close, we're gonna actually wear our costumes. Trading was really good. We traded AMD, super profitable. The market is amazing, and yeah, so that's that's Brian and I. So since we are going into the Burning Man very soon, Brian is a bull market. So because it's a bull market, Brian is bull market up. It's a bull market, baby. So market is very close to all-time high. We traded AMD. So as you see, it's pretty good. I still have the position on AMD, 700 shares. Let me show you how we traded AMD. So we did long. So there you go. So this is, so we went long down here with the chat live on YouTube. Boom. Look at this beautiful profit, 4%. And we are on YouTube. There is 600 people. Guys, who wants laptop on YouTube? Just say it. You're going to get it. Tomorrow, laptop.
Give us a thumbs up.
That is thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. There you go. So people here, tomorrow we're going to get the laptop. And this is the chat room. Pretty awesome. So yeah, make sure, guys, to like and subscribe. And if you want to see how we trade and you see the bull market, Mr. Peasant Bull, make sure that
Yes.
join us on YouTube every morning for free. Right, so that is awesome, guys.
All right.
Anna wants something else. Trading monitor. That's actually good. I can give you that. That sounds like a very good idea. Instead of laptop, can give you something.
Okay, we're going to switch over to Lenny soon on YouTube.
Perfect.
So say goodbye to YouTube, Andrew and Brian.
Right. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Remember, it's only $1 to join us in the room. So think about that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys
Hell
so
yeah.
much.
Thank you. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Hey, Lenny, you're here with us today. And
Hey, yes. Awesome.
we got you live. And then if you want to share your screen as well with the second vMix link,
Definitely.
and then we can get started. So everyone,
Alright.
Lenny's going to talk a little bit about his strategy and what he sees in the market today. And if you have questions, start sending them in now. and then we'll get to them in 5 to 10 minutes when Lenny's done presenting. Lenny, I'll let you take it away, as they say.
All right, great. Do you guys see my screen properly? Can you see me? Can you hear me well? All right. So let's discuss today the ABCD setup or the continuation setup, where the price action makes a first move up, makes a pullback, and then we're getting in to try to catch the second move. Could be either to the long side or to the short side. All right. The way I trade it, when I trade the ABCD setup or the continuation setup, they're different names for them, but basically it's like catching the wave of the price action, first move up, pullback, and then the second move up, or potentially the move down, right? First move down, pullback, and the second move down. I think it's very important that you always trade stocks in play. Stocks with a lot of volume. If there's more volume, there are more transactions, and the chances are higher that there are going to be more transactions in the upcoming minutes as well. And there's more volatility. We need volume, transactions, and volatility. All right. So let's take a look at the stocks in play today, and where we potentially could have seen a nice continuation setup or an ABCD setup. And it's, by the way, called the ABCD setup because the A to B is the first move, then the B to C is the pullback, and the C to D is the second move. So I cannot draw on this screen, but I will show you in a bit. And by the way, also very important, always the way I like to trade the ABCD setup or the continuation setup is to taking the whole context into the consideration. So it's very important to be sure that if the price action makes a move up or a move down, that's not simply is caused by the SPY or by the Q. I really would looking for stocks that trade independent or that are stronger or weaker than the market. Weaker if you're trying to get it traded short, is stronger if you try to take it long. So let's take a look at, because now it's a lot of theory, let's take a look at a few examples. Let's start with AMD today. All right. I think already in the pre-market, AMD looked quite interesting, especially compared with the other semiconductors. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Here we saw in the pre-market. I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger. I think AMD. Wait, I'm going to zoom out. In the pre-market, was stronger than the other semiconductors. It was stronger than Nvidia and it was stronger than MU. All right, you see in the pre-market, we see the move up, we see the pullback, we see another move up. Nvidia in the pre-market was moving sideways, right? MU as well was also moving sideways. So I had AMD on my watch list. They also had more than 1.3, 1.4 million shares traded in the pre-market already. So I had it on my watch list. You can also see in my chat room where I posted my watch list this morning, AMD was there. And then I think it could be interesting to try to see if we can recognize a trend in the price action. A trend is where the price action moving or up or moving down. And then we're going to try to recognize if we can find a nice ABCD setup in it. And let's take a look at AMD. AMD opened here at 9:30. So first of all, we had it on our watch list. You can see it also on the left here. On my watch list today was Tesla, AMD, PenW. They had earnings, XPEF earnings, Para, and some other stocks. These below the stocks. These stocks had earnings. So at AMD on my watch list. Price action in the beginning, first 5-6 minutes was very choppy. I see a lot of overlap. First minute is the first 1 minute opening range, the high and the low of the first 1 minute candle. Second minute, third minute, fourth minute, just inside candles. There's no volatility. The price action is simply moving sideways. This remains. Then at a certain point, around 9:45, we see the price action breaking out. And at that point, we're also breaking out the 50-minute opening range, right? After 5 minutes, we have a 5-minute opening range, the high and the low of the first 5 minutes. After 50 minutes, we got the 50-minute opening range, the high and the low. And at this point, we're breaking out. And what do we see in this first move? So the first move up is the A to B move, right? The first move. What do we see? We see only green candles, but we also see the green candles increasing in size. We also see the volume. If we look on the average, we see also increasing in size, right? So we see the move up, breaking out of the opening range in a stock in play, increasing in size. The last two candles closing at the high, which are also strong signs, with increasing volume. That's the A to B move, the first move. Then we get the pullback, the B to C move. The candles are smaller than the move up. They're also forming like a nice channel, you could say. A channel is simply a range, but then with an angle. We see a lower volume, and it's a very good sign that we might have reached the low of the pullback if the volume is declining. So in this candle, at 9:53, we see the lowest volume. It's in the pullback. So we see a first move up, the A to B move. It's a breakout from the opening range, increasing size in candles, increasing volume, candles closing at the high. Then we're making a pullback, and a small detail is also that at the high of this, the B, of the high of the first move, we don't see big wicks. We don't see a lot of selling pressure. So we see the pullback, small candles, low volume, and then we're looking for the confirmation that we're actually going to make the C to D move. Remember, the first move is the A to B move, first leg up. B to C is the pullback. We're going to read the price action in the pullback, and then we need a confirmation in an attempt to try to catch the C to D move. So what do we see here? A very strong candle on very high volume. So we see the move up, increasing volume, increasing size of candles, pullback, smaller candles, lower volume, and suddenly we see here a confirmation candle closing at the high volume. At that point, we're also breaking the pre-market high. If I'd like to trade long, I like to be above all the moving averages, above the pre-market price action, above the opening range, because then you're really trading on the right side of the price action. So I think AMD gave a very, very nice continuation setup here. I missed it because I was looking at other stocks. But I think this is really, if we're looking at this move, this is for me really a nice ABCD setup. So it starts with AMD having more volume in the pre-market. It starts with being more in play, higher volatility. It was the strongest from the other relative to the other semiconductor stocks. Then we see an opening range, we see the breakout, pullback, confirmation, and at that point we're also above the pre-market price action. So that was AMD. And you can ask questions, and I think Brent will send me the questions later.
Yeah, if you can start asking your questions right now.
That's all.
I got a question
Yes.
for you though, Lenny. We've
Of
seen
course.
the market go up pretty high at the beginning of the market, but now it's starting to go down. How do you see the rest of the day playing out?
Actually, it's very interesting. First, let me connect this to this concept that I'm trying to explain, the ABCD setup. Now, I think it's very nice if the market's going down to look for stocks that are actually staying strong, because then it means that the stock is relative-wise more stronger than the market, and it's a signal that it's really strong. For example, PenW, that was actually my trade today. And here we see the same. PenW, they had earnings. Okay, we see the gap up from the daily range. You see on the daily chart, we see the price actually moving sideways. You can see it below. And then the market opens. So they have earnings. They are very much in play. A lot of volume. I see now 575% R vol. And here we see a first move up. Then we see a pullback. We see lower volume, decreasing volume. We see also inside candle. So the price is contracting. Then we see like some kind of a confirmation candle, and I took it for another move up, which is also coinciding with a 5-minute opening range breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the high and the low of the first 5 minutes. And here I took it for a long. I just got stopped out, and then it made a breakout move. Okay, I just got stopped out before it making the move. And at this point, the market already started selling off around, because the markets, I see on my other screen, started sell off a couple of minutes past 10, and actually PenW stayed strong. So at that point, PenW had relative strength compared with the market, and in my opinion, could potentially be remaining stronger later on the day, because then if the market making a pullback, then it gives extra wind for in the back for Pen W also to move up. However, I didn't like to trade Pen W again because the price action also looks pretty ugly. Actually, see a lot of overlap. This is not really trending price action, so I did not consider it for long anymore. But to connect to your question, Brent, if the SPY like this is now selling off, I'm looking for, if I look to trade, I look actually to trade stocks that showed a lot of strength compared with the market, because that shows that the stock is really strong that day. And of course, if the market is really strong and a stock would remain very weak, I would look to short that stock if there's a good setup and all the context is also right. But what do I expect for the rest of the day? To be honest, in the SPY, it looks pretty dramatically, these candles, right? We see like nice small candles moving up. Everything seems strong. Something happened, and we see really the price action plummeting. Also, larger size candles. However, I also think, looking just at the volatility, I think the percentages of volatility up and down are not that big. It moved up, I think, to 0.3% up, and now we're almost 0.3% down. It's not that dramatic. Also, on the daily chart, you see the candles today is relative small. I'm not sure if there's any news event came out, probably, but it was at 10. But I think this is normal market volatility. I'm not too worried about it. I see the candles. I think actually on the SPY, the price action has been pretty interesting in the last 2 weeks. This is really a bull trend, right? A bull channel, I'm sorry. A channel is a range with an angle. What do we see? Only higher lows, only higher highs, clearly a range in the SPY, but with an angle. And actually, we never, until right now, we did not break the low of this channel, or the low of this range yet. So the channel is still intact, but I think it's very interesting price action that basically this recovery from the last 2 weeks after that sell-off volatility end of July. So the candles remain small. The most recent bull channel stays intact. So I'm not really worried of this sell-off in the SPY today. I think it's normal market volatility, of course, unless this news that happened wasn't that dramatic. So that was a little bit a long answer to your question, Brent.
No, it was perfect. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing any new questions. Oh, one. Okay. When should you not trade the ABCD pattern? That's a good question.
For example, I don't like to trade it if the market is if I trade it long, if the market is stronger than the stock that I'm looking to trade. For example, if the SPY is, let's say the SPY is now really moving up, and you're looking to trade a stock that's actually was just moving sideways, I don't really like to trade it long, because it could be that it's just the move up in the SPY that's pulling the stock up, and then you can get a fake out. So then it could appear to be breaking out, but it's just breaking out because the SPY is moving up. Because of course, if the SPY is moving up, it means that the average valuation of the top 500 companies in the United States is increasing, and then of course also the valuation of the stock that you're looking should be increasing a little bit. So then it breaks out, and you think, it's looking strong, but in fact it's just the market or the SPY pulling the stock up. So I only like to trade it if it's stronger than the SPY for a long, of course, and if I trade it short, I want to trade it if it's short, weaker than the SPY, or of course if it's trading completely independent, then I could also consider it. And also, I think you should trade it when it's really in play. There should be good volume, good order flow, definitely elevated RVol, and also like the volume in the minute candles below the price action should also be elevated. I think you should not trade stocks with 10, 20, 25K shares traded per candle. You should have at least 50,000 shares traded per candle. That's just more trustworthy. I think it's very important to trade trustworthy price action. Price action that's not just showing something and then suddenly going all the way to the other direction. And all these small details could help us finding more trustworthy price action. And one of it is having sufficient volume.
Great. Thank you so much, Lenny, for coming on YouTube, sharing a little bit of your insights. Again, if you want to see Lenny and our other mods, they live trade throughout the whole market in the BBT membership room. And we have that deal going on for $1. It's a pretty good deal.
Mm.
So, Lenny, before we wrap up, is there anything you want to say to our audience?
Yeah, you can always say if you got any question about the ABCD setup or the continuation setup, because I think if you trade the opening range break, the opening range break setup 5 minute or the 50 minute, you're also looking at the 1 minute candles, and there we also would like to see like a nice pullback and another move up. So if you got any questions, you can always send me a mail at lenny@pcapitaltrading.com.
Okay, thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Sorry, guys, for that loud audio.
Yes.
There we go. That's more like it. Okay, everybody, have a good day. Lenny, thank you so much for coming on. And we'll see you
Thank
soon.
you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a great day.